Season 5, Episode 3, Due Date.
All right, hat makers! It's time to fire up the hot glue guns! Ready, Apple Bob?
Glue.
Ring toss, a question. Instead of affixing the silk flower to my witch hat, what if I want to use these pipe cleaners to make some legs for a spider, see? And its face is this button.
Chip, follow the steps of the tutorial. You'll be able to junk up your hat with other crap later.
Well, Bonita, I can't help it if my imagination is aflame with possibilities. Look at all these felt scraps and pom-poms. I'm just so excited about crafts.
Yes, we all are. Sorry, Ring Toss. Please keep going. You're doing great.
Now use your glue gun to apply a dollop of glue!
And hold it in place like so.
Hey, lady, I have a question. What if I got glue all over my brother doll and he can't open his mouth anymore?
Whoa, that's better.
Susan, please focus on your craft and not gluing Buddy in the mouth.
It's okay. The glue is blueberry flavored.
I don't think it is.
Apologies again, Ring Toss. I'm going to begin passing around refreshments while our various real citizens operatives begin their daily status reports.
Ooh, refreshments. Thank you, Rochester. While Minerva sets up the projector, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our friend and real citizen operative, Venus T. Flytrap, who has done a commendable job spying on Company Holler via her hidden camera. We are not sure how she got back to the boutique, but we marvel at your powers of locomotion, Venus.
Mission accomplished, Venus.
And now for my craft. As I continue to update you all on numbers of monster citizens we have lost and gained for our cause, I am going to demonstrate how to paint spooky characters onto these clothespins. Fred, just a reminder that we are out of googly eyes.
Were we expecting anyone else for today's gathering?
Shh, everyone. It's the Company Holler strawmen. Be cool.
Fred, I want to make my clothespin into a Frankenstein. Then you will need green paint.
What going on here? Store closed.
Good day, Strawman. You observe correctly.
Yeah, we closed the boutique down because I'm the lady in charge and I am just very demanding about the quality of my merchandise.
She's also rude about which radio station we listen to at work.
What you all doing here? Store closed.
So yeah, we're also a crafting club, and the stuff that we're making is going to be the new merchandise. Isn't that right, Fred?
Yes, Mr. Strawman. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Fred Fangula, merchandising manager and buyer, as you can see from my very official business card. I am overseeing the crafts.
Who he?
Rochester McCobb. I am a flower technician.
I am also a flower technician. Chip clearly, flower technician. I made this boutonniere, see? With the pipe cleaner spider.
Who's she?
I'm the president of the crafting club.
Who they?
I'm making hats!
All right, then.
Are they gone?
I think so. I can't believe Roostifer is sending his straw men out to patrol the town. Whew, I am not a good liar. I'm sweating bullets over here.
Your makeup is running big time. Nice work, team. I believe our cover as a crafting club will continue to obscure our real goal to drive Company Holler out of town. Let us make sure we continue to keep up the ruse.
I think we have just one problem.
Buddy, Susan, I'm suspicious like a parent would be.
We maybe put a whole bunch of glue on those mean old scarecrows when they weren't looking.
Oh dear. It seems one of the strawmen is stuck to the pavement outside the boutique.
Oh, should we go help him or...
You're in Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle
holler, Curdle Holler. Yeah.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler. Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler. Welcome to Bootiful, spooky cool, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Baby, Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Welcome to your afterlife.
The following is a Company Holler newsreel presentation. Please start your ascots and ask your lady secretaries to mark your calendars for midnight. For you see, we at Company Holler invite you to view our most exciting project yet, our first reverse ribbon cutting.
Daddy, what's that?
Well, I'm getting to that, Percy. You know how when you build a new building, you host a ribbon cutting? And you cut a big old ribbon in front of the building as though to open a parcel for the whole town?
I want a parcel. Is it my birthday yet, Daddy?
Reverse ribbon cutting means we're gonna give a parcel away. We aim to take one of these useless old buildings we just got collecting dust over in the old part of town and zoop, port it right over to the earth realm. Isn't that right, Worker Giant Eyeball?
I've been working so hard, I really could use 40 winks.
Now say your line, darling.
I've been working my 8 hands off trying to scoop up enough fried rocks to collect all my country rock critters. I'm very exhausted, but I've almost got them all. Oh, would you look at the time? My 1 minute break is up. Back to the mine. Ta-ta.
It is the dedication of my beloved employees that gives us the magnificent abundance of fright power that will allow us to stage our first reverse ribbon cutting. On the Zoopin block for today, the Curdle Holler Public Library. Make way for the new Curdle Holler. Love and caretaking, Rooster for Bat Singer.
Well, yeah, Venus, he is a jerk, and I hate him. Love and caretaking, Rooster for Bat Singer. What was that, even?
Was it not enough for Roosterfer to seize power over the town unjustly and lure our citizens into labor for a soulless company town? My mind cannot comprehend why he would wish to move our beloved buildings to earth, or the fulsome stores of fright power required to do so.
And of all places, the library. The home of summer reading program pizza coupons.
Not to mention all those ancient tomes of great knowledge and all the town codices.
And meeting room C, which we all agree is the best of the meeting rooms.
We have got to figure out how to stop this reverse ribbon cutting. Okay, act cool, everybody.
So I told Bonita, you can't use wire ribbon on fresh flowers. You'll puncture the stems. That is very good advice.
See, that's true. Do what now? Belfry, you're a bit late for the meeting. Well, sorry now. I had to get my craft together. See, now we're gonna do oven mitts with a little ghost face on them.
Ooh, can I put googly eyes on mine?
Son, that's not oven safe.
Chip, I thought you said we were out of googly eyes. Wait, what am I saying? This is stupid. We gotta get out there and come up with a plan. That reverse ribbon cutting is happening today.
I'm sending a text to our reinforcements, Bonita. We can crowdsource ideas using their weird powers and knowledges.
Great idea, Fred. Are you and Minerva gonna stay here and monitor comms?
We're on it. Plus, I've got to stay. I'm the crafting club president.
Why don't you hand me one of those potholders, Belfry? We've got some planning to do.
Sheriff and Pumpkin Patrol log. Town Square, giant ice cream tower, afternoon hours. Pumpkin, what you see in that ice cream parlor?
They closed, and now I can't get no ice cream cone. Oh, never mind. Mr. Rocky just give me a free cone for patrolling so good. Over.
Mr. Rocky, we appreciate that, but a cup is less liable to make a mess. Over.
What's done is done. Over.
Hey, Sheriff, we just finished our meeting. How's it going out here?
Well, you know it ain't good, Rifle Caretaker von Wangencamp. People's out here acting funny, meek-like. Can't say boo to nobody 'cause all them straw men swishing around. And look at the ice cream tower.
Ooh, that isn't good.
No, Bonita, it's not. It seems to be pulsating slowly, much like the weakening heartbeat of the potential romantic rival you're smothering.
Roddy?
Never mind.
I got one more detail's gonna break your heart, ma'am. Just come over here and look what they done to the trick-or-treat portal.
They cordoned off the trick-or-treat portal? What, like they're gonna stop people from trick-or-treating in our Halloween town? I cannot believe it! No, this will not stand.
One thing at a time, Bonita. Hey, what's all the commotion? We heard your shrill voice from across the town square.
Where have you been? There's stuff happening.
Rocky's closed the ice cream parlor, but he's giving away free cones to all who wear the red carnation. Oh, Belfry, what flavor did you get?
Deadly nutshell.
Me too.
You really should have gotten a cup instead of a cone, Chip. You know how messy you are.
Relax. I'm gonna lick the ice cream as soon as it melts.
That is a bonkers technique, and you know it, but look. They've blocked off the trick-or-treat portal. I think Roostifer Batsinger is going to try to stop us from going to Earth on Halloween. As is our sacred Halloween custom, we have got to strike back.
Bonita, I've recruited the Collector to aid in your mission to stop the reverse ribbon cutting. He will meet you in the library.
Right, we're starting with the library. We're going to fight back even if all we do today is ruin Roostifer's little ceremony. Anybody who wants to come to the library with me, let's roll.
Oh, that's a big 10 for you know we're going to.
Team, I'm gonna stay behind and take over free ice cream patrol. Patrol.
That's fine, Chip. Just text me if anything weird happens.
That's what red carnation style. That's what we gonna do.
Okay, Chip, you're the ace in the sleeve, a Halloween hero. What can you do to supercharge this rebellion?
Hold there, creature.
Stagecoach? Is that?
There you go. Speak of the devil, Percy. It's our friend Chip Clearly.
The devil?
We was just taking a carriage ride before the ceremony and wondering which of these quaint little buildings belonged to Mr. Clearly.
Why? So you can disappear that one too?
Oh, Chip, there's so much you don't understand, but I believe you could. Come join us, we'll talk. Maybe we can arrive at a radical solution to burnish both our reputations.
I don't know.
Yes, come on up.
Whoa! Is this an Alt 40 Spider Phaeton tour carriage?
Yes, sir.
Rat leather bonnet, spider hair seat, and pulled by a pair of classic nightmares.
You know your carriages.
Well, cars. I had a business. I still do, I guess. It's kind of a museum or hobby or something, I don't know. But I just became a geologist. I was until...
You know what you are? A restless spirit, and that is a fine thing. The key to all success.
Hey, talk about something I like. Talk about little rat skulls.
Percy, where's your darn video game?
It's called a Vega Nemesis, idiots.
Lovely.
I'm trying to take him under my wing, you understand? I told Big Mama I'd grow him up, get him started with the family business, but family is the hardest work there is.
Mr. Batsinger, do you have to vanish our library? It's like our best building. It's good for our minds, and some people really enjoy the taste of books.
We got several books at the company store. Sleep is for slouching, Little Percy's Parade.
Okay, but why the library? Or any building? You don't have to do any of this.
Chip, this was a very fine town for a long time.
Okay, patronizing.
But you have to see the big picture. Everything changes. Nothing and no one can remain the same forever. And if things must change, then I will shape them into a form that serves me.
So you can serve others?
One could serve others. but they never appreciate you.
You're not gonna win this fight. We've conquered plenty of threats just as big as this one, including a giant blob and your own son.
You know, I heard an interesting program on the radio here recent. Something about Halloween, red carnations. Are you a rebel, Chip Clearly?
I'm a citizen of Curdle Holler, and so is everyone else in your company, even if they forgot. It'll take more than country critters to stop our Halloween town.
We shall see.
I'm gonna get you, video game monster.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, summon Simon. We done. Come on, inspect our work.
You'll be very proud.
It boggles the mind that you would present this blasphemy for my approval. What in the Grand Supreme have you done here?
But these the wards you's talking about.
You saved the library.
We putting all our fright powers in it, and me talking, I think it looks pretty good. Now see, mine got a hat and a gun belt.
Mine is a family. There's me and my 17 children.
You were supposed to construct the precise pentacular sigils or risk spontaneous immolation, you pea-brained Picassos!
You didn't say nothing about all that now.
I think he did.
Roddy, why are the sheriff and the collector drawing magic wards around the library? I thought we already did that.
The library is home to countless ancient powerful texts. If we wish to protect it, we need yet more fright power, hence the additional wards.
But everybody already donated all their personal fright power. We ran out of blood cookies like an hour ago. That's why everybody's stumbling around the parking lot.
Simon says we need even more power.
Okay, what about magic items? It's your call, but could we donate anything from the boutique?
Only this morning I donated power from half the store inventory, including some items of great historical value.
But not the showcase relic.
Even Merlin's vestigial tail.
Roddy.
Oh, it's quite all right. We should do all we can to send Roostifer a message.
Yeah, but for a gesture. This is costing us a lot.
We still have time to find more power.
Okay, but what then? Maybe we can save the library if we can find more fright power somewhere, but what about all the other buildings in town? Today, the library. What if tomorrow it's the boutique? I might be the last caretaker of Curdle Holler.
Nonsense, Bonita. Remember...
Excuse me, Miss Von Wangencamp.
Not now, Belfry.
It's of relevance to your concern. I overheard your desolations, and seeing it's near supper time, I was wondering if we can grab some dinner and talk for a minute.
I don't...
It's important, Bonita.
Okay.
Okay, I call a boober. It should be here shortly. Hold on a minute.
What do we think is happening here?
Unclear. Would you like to hear any words of caution about the risk of deception from the town secretary?
No, I'm good, but I'll call you if/when this gets more sus.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, it's gonna be a hearse limousine. His name is... Todd. Y'all help me look. And you say this pumpkin fella bought the whole factory with profits from a kissing booth?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, everybody got a kiss. You just had to be there. And now he's the richest man in town.
I must have an introduction to this titan of industry.
That's not gonna go like you think. Besides, he's loyal to Curdle Holler. Everybody in this town is Pumpkin's best friend. It's just that kind of place, which you would know if you didn't try to bury Halloween the moment you got here.
See now, Chip, this is why I want us to talk. You have the wrong idea about me. It's not all mining all the time.
Mining, digging.
It's near evening. Let's hang a left up here. I'm gonna show you something.
Why are we in a field with all your exhausted employees?
Chip, this is something I do for Company Holler every Sunday at sundown. Which is right Now,
Should have brought those snacks from the carriage.
hold your horses.
Is that a stage?
It's what they call a band shell for special performances.
I seen this already.
I'm with Percy. We can skip the country critter jamboree. What's that? Who's that haunting diva?
That's Nellie Nebula. She looks real, don't she?
Well, yeah.
Pure magic from my own imaginations. Sometimes she does clogging, spoons. This here's my favorite.
Incredible.
Well, here's the best part.
Are those...
Thousands of tiny moons suspended in midair, each about the size of a tangerine. Go on, reach up and touch one. Percy, stop eating them moons. You're ruining the ambiance.
Say when, madam.
That's plenty, thank you.
Ooh, now that is a lovely pile of Parmesan, Miss Von Wangencamp. I hope that Caesar salad is as delectable as it is visually appealing.
Yeah, it's fine. Belfry,
For the bat and the lady, our costliest wine, made with grapes tormented on the vine by the sun and smashed violently with rocks.
Belfry.
Then left to wither in the cellar casket, unloved and forgotten for 50 years. And how do you find the wine, sir?
It's dense, velvety, and bone dry. This will do, my good man. Here you go. Join me in a toast, if you will, Miss Von Wangencamp.
Belfry.
To the beauty of mended friendships, the beauty of a soul's redemption, and the beauty of pretty ladies with tall red hairdos.
Cheers. I've just gotta say, you're not slick, Belfry. I don't know why you try to fool me into having a weird date with you by telling me you had important business to discuss, but I'm only indulging you right now because I'm hungry and stressed out, and here's some free wine. Oh my Grand Supreme, this wine is so good. Is this what I've been missing, buying the pine box wine from the convenience store? Holy crap.
Bonita, I'm offended that you thought I had no ulterior motive inviting you here. Why, I simply had a consequential piece of knowledge to share with you, one former caretaker to one rightful caretaker, and I wish to do so in a nice environment. Ain't nobody trying to date nobody around here.
Here's the ballad you requested for the table, sir. She wants the crown from Delicious spire. She wants the city of Atlantis set on fire.
Uh-huh.
And if you
Nice
ain't
try,
been
Belfry.
born
I don't even really like this song. Chip is the Curtis Cretan fan, not me.
Well, if it's not your favorite song, then why is it your ringtone?
It's a very long story. Hey, Roddy, is everything okay? What about the wards? Hold on, I'm so sorry. Let me step outside and call you back real quick. Okay, Belfry, this has been weird, but thanks for the...
No, please sit down, Miss Von Wangencamp. I ordered us an armadillo flank steak. Armando only makes those for his most well-hooved customers.
I'm walking away unless you tell me why you invited me here.
My daddy always said, watch the bubble now, 'cause I'm on the level. Oh, confound it. Not my daddy who said that. I believe it was Rochester.
Walking away.
Bonita the loophole. The Earth loophole. That's what I wanted to remind you of.
Are you referring to the weird, shady way you and your crappy crud father use to go back and forth from here to Earth whenever you please? Instead of using the trick-or-treat portal on Halloween, as is our sacred tradition?
Armadillo flank steak, medium rare. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Also, how can you afford this? You're not rich anymore, and this place is way too fancy.
Can't a man use a gift card and a belt-cinching economy and save up his secretarial pittance for a luxury experience from time to time?
Well, touche, sorry. I just expected you to have some kind of weird money laundering scheme that you somehow do with this loophole to Earth that we're having a date about for some reason.
Well, I never used the loophole myself. I was trying to, but I got dashed up against some bricks on the Curdle Holler side of the portal and wound up in the ether, if you recall.
Well, I don't recall, because who could possibly keep track of all your weird doings, Belfry?
Well, I'm telling you the truth. I never did use the Earth loophole, but my daddy did. He used it to abscond himself to Earth after he committed them crimes all those years ago.
Okay, well, that's great for him. Very glad for him and all his stupid town ruining and rule breaking, but I don't know what this has to do with me. Why do you think I need to know about this loophole?
Because you know that Roosterfer is planning something big Earthside. Case in point, this reverse ribbon-cutting shenanigan. He's trying to send Curdle Holler's buildings to Earth. Don't you want to go over there and see if you can figure out the why and the how? Especially now that you know that he ain't gonna let none of us go trick-or-treating on Earth this year like he's supposed to. It's a mighty large thing to consider, but I believe you should. This is war now. The Elsewhere Council explicitly told you not to go bothering them. They expect you to step up and solve your own problems. It's a bitter bit to champion, but I reckon you're up to the challenge. Now say something smart about how suspicious you are of this advice from a known scoundrel.
That wasn't what I was going to say.
Are we thinking about dessert, sir and madam?
I believe we are, my good dead man, if the lady wants to admit to having an appetite for it.
Tell me what you want, madam.
Okay. I want ice cream in a beautiful, unnatural color with lots of tacky little candies swirled inside.
But of course, madam.
And I want my town back.
Man, I love a good flea market. You can find you a pair of breeches or a snake bones and some old tube.
Yes, we'll find those items and then everything I can put in this bag.
Recall, gentlemen, that we are here to find items of power to strengthen our magical wards.
To save them library books from Belfry's daddy.
Yes, and we are specially suited to this task, for we will draw upon our combined knowledge of old musty things of immense yet secret value. Our budget is a small amount of zap from the Boutique petty cash.
I can't wait.
Ooh, the Bigfoot party record. Boy, there's some bad words in that one.
Chattering teeth. Discontinued from Vexco when they developed a taste for human flesh. But I don't mind.
Keep looking. We need something positively crackling with age-ripened fright power.
A cereal box Cartesian body diver.
That's closer.
Oh my, look! Fright Bright!
Yes, Fright Bright. Each peg has enough power to etch lightning bolts in a bride's bouffant.
I feel the power coming off of it.
That table belongs to Ronald B. Roach. He will be a formidable opponent.
Make me an offer.
Ronnie, you find all this stuff here at the dump?
So?
So it's basically free. We'll take the Fright Bright.
Not so fast, fellas. I know treasure when I see it. And this here is a original old 64 Fright Bright with nary a peg missing, and bright like the sun on Dapper Hill. I'm gonna need a better offer right now, or I gotta leave.
The mosquitoes are rather vicious today.
They bout to eat me slap up. I got all these skeeter candles, but they keep blowing them out. I seen that. Now I gotta light another candle, and I'm about run out of matches.
Suppose we found more matches.
Then I run out of them matches, and I'm back where I started.
What you want for that Fright Bright, Ronnie?
How about the collector's toe necklace?
That's my toe of Tiro.
Boy, you could have used that for the library.
Our sheriff, the collector donated many old newspapers.
Hey, I seen that. Now I'm all out of matches. Time to go.
Hold on there, Ronnie. What if you had a eternal flame that don't never go out?
That's pretty good.
How about you give us the fright bride, and I give you my belt buckle, what is also a cigarette lighter.
Well, now, you got a deal. Sold to the skeleton.
All right, then. It says BM on it, but you could turn it around backwards.
Or turn it upside down so it says W8 for wait. You're dealing with Ronnie B. Roach.
I like it. My man.
Yeah, I like it.
That was amazing! I've never seen anything like that before.
Everybody loves Miss Nebula. The best part is everybody's gonna be more productive come Monday, 'cause they got a little treat. Even Percy beat his own moon record.
45 boots.
You've got this all backwards.
Explain.
You have all this power, and all you can think about is disappearing towns and expanding the company. But ages from now, when Percy is the very worst resident in the Elder God retirement home, nobody's gonna care about your factories or your fancy carriages. You know what they will remember? Nelly Nebula. Stuff just like that means something to other people.
Let's keep talking.
I'm just saying, whenever somebody's getting rid of books, they're pretty much always the bad guy.
Chip, I said my piece, but I enjoyed our talk today. You're not so hard-headed as Percy or his mama.
It's been interesting.
I wasn't sure if I was going to do this before we spoke, but I want to give you something.
That's okay. I'm good on butterscotch. Oh, a creepy little box with a demon clasp.
A caretaker's vault, which cannot be opened without 3 caretakers present. Inside is my offer to you all in exchange for your full cooperation with Company Holler.
What's the offer? What's in the box?
A secret, but I promise it's good. Keep the box so you know I'm serious. When y'all are ready to negotiate, have my son and Miss Von Wangencamp come see me. 3 caretakers. We'll open it together.
All right.
Chip, let's talk again sometime. I'll introduce you to society. We'll talk about your own legacy.
Will there be food?
Yes, Chip, there will be food.
Well, we'll see.
Here's your stop. Show your friends the vault and tell them to behave at tonight's ceremony.
Read this fusty old book until I snore? Quoth the Roostifer, nevermore! Good evening, I'm Atherton Slasherton with Company Holler News. I'm here in the old downtown, just outside the library, a building you may recognize from book reports and centuries of disappointing field trips. Others say it's a hallowed space for learning and blah blah blah. It won't be here much longer. For at the stroke of midnight, Roostifer Batsinger will banish the old girl to planet Earth, never to be seen again. We pause here as Big Daddy Batsinger approaches the podium.
Hey, Percy. You ready? Who out there is ready for a new chapter? Then let us turn the page. In a couple of hours, I will cause this building to vanish before your very eyeballs, and Company Holler will see a veritable deluge of fright power.
I've kept the grave station. I've kept the grave station.
Percy, quit showing out from these people.
Minerva, what if Roostifer observes the magic wards we have festooned about the premises?
All good. I covered him up with stanchions about an hour ago.
That is very clever.
Hey, Fred, where's the rest of our Red Carnation crew? This countdown's got me bugging.
We await their imminent return in hopes they bear enough power to send Roostifer an unmistakable message of defiance.
For real, man.
Just work. Come on.
User not found.
Bloopy, come on. I thought we were friends.
Error. Error message 100. Please use caretaker in primatur.
My name is Bonita von Wangencamp, and I am the caretaker, and I approve this action.
User not found.
Bloopy, I could kick you, but I'm not going to.
Please repeat your command.
Look at this weird, beautiful little town, Bloopy. I bet you never get tired of this view.
Hi, I'm Bloopy. Enter your command.
Restart ice cream console, Bloopy.
Restarting.
F12, F12, F12.
Would you like to run diagnostic?
Yes.
Calculating.
I'm only admitting this out loud because it's just the two of us, Bloopy. But I'm scared. And lonely. Everybody's looking to me to figure out how to get our town back.
Diagnostic completed. No errors found. Click OK to agree with my sentiment.
You're killing me, Bloopy. No errors found? Where do I even begin describing all the errors? Roostifer Batsinger getting unstuck from a huge load of fright ore? Taking over as caretaker due to some weird system oversight? Turning our Halloween town into a weird cult where everyone loves toiling in a mine and collecting stupid figurines?
Hi, I'm Bloopy. Enter your command.
Really wish you weren't motion activated, Bloopy. It's hard to pace around and wistfully survey the town from this huge panoramic window when you keep saying stuff to me.
State your wishes.
I want to be the caretaker again. And I want to get our town back to how it was. And I want Roostifer Batsinger gone.
Error. Error message 100.
I just wish I knew what to do. Oh, it's been such a long day. Oh, look. An old tarp. Am I about to scrunch this old tarp into a crude bed? Yes. Yes, I am. I just need to close my eyes for a second. Oh.
You're watching Millionaire, and we're back from commercial break. Now, before we left for commercial, our contestant was down to her last lifeline. She's a bank teller or something from Oklahoma or somewhere. Bonita von Wangencamp.
Ah!
Now we're pulling in for the close-up, Bonita, so try not to look so rude. I hear you have some people in the audience cheering you on. Is that your family? Let's cut to the rubes.
Yes? That's Chip and Rochester and Pumpkin?
I'm a handsome car salesman geologist. I'm the one with star power. And what about you, old zombie man? Do you have any words of wisdom for your granddaughter?
Boo, Bonita. Watch the bubble, because I'm on the level.
He's not my... What is going on in this dream?
And finally, when we did the Ask the Audience segment, he pressed all the buttons. It's Pumpkin. Blow kisses to the home audience, Pumpkin.
Mwah, mwah. Oh, look, it's my mama. We're all depending on you.
I know. That's the whole problem.
Now, Bonita, let's get back to the matter at hand. To restore Curdle Holler to its spooky status quo, you must answer this question correctly. The question: what are you going to do about Roostifer Batsinger's reign of terror?
I don't know.
Remember, you have one lifeline left.
Yes, I want to take the lifeline.
The final lifeline is phone a friend. Whom would you like to phone?
Albert! Call Albert.
Dialing the Placid Poindexter, former caretaker, Albert Ghost. Here we go.
Hello, Bonita. I'm just alphabetizing the spice rack in my mind palace. I'm up to the peppercorn.
Albert, I need to know what you would do about Company Holler.
Well, Bonita, I am confident that if we sat down and thought it through, we could come up with a creative solution that both fits within our admittedly unfair constraints and follows all the rules.
Right, so tell me, what is that? We don't have time.
Hold on now here. Bonita, it's Belfry. Your dinner date. You've already got a creative solution, darling. You're gonna use that loophole I remind you of and go over to Earth to spy on the man and get you a bunch of fright power.
Belfry, what are you doing in Albert's mind palace in my dream?
Don't matter how I'm in your mind. Point is, I done set up shop like a tonic salesman at a country fair. You're gonna do what I would do, cause you're just like me.
I'm not just like you. I'm just like Albert. I'm a nerd and I always follow the rules, even when it makes things less fun.
It's true. She won't let us collect any Monopoly money when we land on free parking. She says it belongs to the bank.
Bonita, I sense that your confidence in yourself has been shaken. When you are faced with a problem that your normal strategies cannot solve, and you have internalized your normal strategies and believe they are part of your identity, well...
You don't need no psychologizing. You need decisive action. That's what people respect.
But I've got to be able to live with my decisions. I can't just...
What's it going to be, Bonita? The audience is growing restless. All eyes are on you.
I can't just... I don't know.
On your dinner date.
If we calculate your personal conviction ratio and carry the one with the properly weighted model...
Watch the bubble, because I'm on the level. Error! User not found. Please say a command.
We're all counting on you, on you.
Ah! What time is it? Oh, crap. I gotta get back to the reverse ribbon cutting.
Atherton, can you hear us? That looks like quite a crowd.
It's the event of the season, Putridja. In a few moments, these citizens will say goodbye to the library, along with all their summer reading points. So you might say they were better off working in the mine all along.
Atherton, is that the town librarian?
Yes, I'm here with Screaming Mimi to get her measured thoughts on a town without books. Mimi, what would you say?
Reading is the foundation of all imagination, and that mean old man can wear the end right back to the mines.
Wow! Reading does improve your vocabulary. And now the words we've been waiting all night to hear. Bye-bye, library! Roosterfer Badsinger now takes the stage in a top hat and tails, along with his magical assistant, Percy. Thank you. It is an honor to see so many current and future employees on this special night. Pretty soon, I will use my prodigious powers to transfer this old book stack to the planet Earth. Now, some of y'all say, Roosterfer, if you disappear the library, won't we forget our history? And I say, don't worry, I'll be sure to leave a bookmark. Bonita, you've returned, and Jeep as well. Do we have enough power to stop this shameful ceremony?
I think we're about to find out, because here comes Roddy Sheriff and the Collector.
Ooh, I see happy faces. And now for the feature exhibition, the vanishing of the old library. When I'm through, Company Holler will inherit so much power, I will create a new country rock critter. You all ready? Percy, put your hands like so.
I'm doing it.
Say the words with me. Steamship Cigar and Ague. Make this building. Here goes Zoop.
Chip, they're starting.
Lights out on the fright right. You're good to go.
Give it the whirly signature.
Okay, I just have to write out fright power to library wards, because books are our friends.
There go the stanchions.
The wards are now active, but the library is fading.
Alexander Railcar, Wolsey Skirt. Send this building down to earth.
Okay, the ledger's showing a balance on the library, which means...
We still need more fright power.
But just a little more. Anything with fright juice.
What about the Toe of Tiro?
That
Good
will
man,
do.
good man. There you go. There you go.
Okay, the Toe of Tiro.
Yes, it worked.
Oh, look, he couldn't do it, y'all.
This was an act of sabotage by some smart aleck agitators. Do the rebels among us know that you have cost the town power and Percy a grave station video game?
That's not fair.
There will be comeuppance.
Oh, that was fun.
I am heartened by our success. Certainly, this will supercharge the rebellion, but I fear retribution from Rustifer.
We'll be ready for him.
Did you see the look on his face? It was there for just a second.
Yes, it was fear. Ah, Bonita, would you like some company there on the curb? If I can coax my ancient bones onto the concrete, I can join you.
Of course, Roddy. Come on down.
What flavor did Rocky give you this time?
I think it's Choco Grave Dirt.
I've got red rum raisin.
So, I'm sitting here in the town square, and we've just struck back in a big way against that creep Rustifer Batsinger. The library is safe for now, and we did a good job. So, why does this ice cream taste like sand right now?
Well, I believe that flavor does have Goreo crumples. But what you're probably referring to was the near Pyrrhic nature of our victory. While the real citizens fought tooth and nail, we know that we could not sustain an extended engagement. Today's outcome was favorable, but at what cost?
Bingo. Well, as I live and breathe, is that rightful caretaker Bonita von Wangencamp sitting on a curb like a teenaged hooligan with ice cream on her face? In the flesh. Hi, Mr. Goliath and Goliath. Well, Bonita, I heard all about the excitement from my room renter, Belfry Batsinger. He told me you oversaw quite the victory tonight with the rebels. That did happen, yeah.
Where is Belfry?
He's hanging upside down from the rafters of his grim bachelor room, going honk shoe in an old-fashioned pointy nightcap. There's a mental image I didn't need.
Mr. Goliath, our team of rebels was able to save our beloved town library and show Rustifer Batsinger that we despise his illegitimate caretakership.
But it took pretty much every ounce of fright power that we had. Oh, I see. I was wondering why the giant ice cream tower was looking so dull. The fright crystal must have been greatly depleted. It's not twinkling at all anymore. Our fright power is gone. What are we gonna do?
We're going to go home, Bonita, and you're going to sleep like the dead. Then we're going to regroup in the morning at Crafting Club.
Okay, Roddy. Did somebody remember to summoned Simon?
I believe Chip was going to offer him some ice cream. If Simon could hold his tongue long enough to enjoy it, that is.
Oh, Nita, do you need me to finish your cone? It looks like it just started melting.
Sure, if you want all my germs, knock yourself out.
I don't want to alarm you all, but we need to fake casually walk back home. Some straw men are over there, and they look like they're in the mood to hassle people. The street sweepers. Let us walk back to the boutique post-haste. Mr. Goliath, good evening to you.
Goliath, let's see if we can go over there and singe one of those strawmen. Do you need to make a boom boom?
Good night, Mr. Goliath and Goliath. Goodbye. Good night, Sheriff, Fred, Pumpkin, Collector, Rocky. Good job today.
All right, good night now. You get you some rest, caretaker.
Love you.
And as for tomorrow, who knows?
Relax, Bonita. I got a great lead for you to pursue. Check out this weird box I got from Roosterfer Batsinger.
What